All right, what's good? I'm Digital Crates representing for HipHopSince1987.com. We got an upcoming star with us today out of Atlanta, man. Going real hard this past year. 2FeetBino, what's good with you, my guy? How you been?
I'm good, man. Good spirits. How you doing?
Man, I'm same idea, man. Same good spirits, staying positive about everything. The world's going crazy around us, but we keeping it pushing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
And yeah, man, people, we posted one of your videos recently and people just reacted crazy to it, man. Started showing a lot of love to your movement. But for the people that's not tapped into what you got going on, maybe you could tell them a little bit more about where you're from and how you came up with your name and how you got started doing music.
I'm from Chicago. I was born in Chicago. I was raised in Atlanta. I got involved with music early. My uncle just rapping and being around me in the studio. And my mom, my uncle ended up getting locked up, so my mom picked up like his role and started taking me to the studio herself. Started taking me like the different open mics when I was like 13, 14. So like I used to perform first and leave because I had to go to school in the morning. Like so it rubbed off on me, and I started wanting to make my own songs like that. So that's how I got involved with music. But my name was originally Bino. 2 feet came from like driving with 2 feet, standing on my own 2 feet, just different shit, just crazy shit after that.
Yeah, 10 toes down always. So how did you make the transition from Chicago to Atlanta?
I moved from Chicago to Atlanta when I was 3. So like my mom got we was in the hood. My mom she got Section 8, so we moved down to Atlanta.
And that's what's up. So really you from the soil. Really it's like you're born in Chicago, but really you're an Atlantean, no doubt about it.
And yeah, for sure. I've been back and forth though. I've been back and forth, but yeah, I'm an Atlantean for sure.
Yeah, and it's funny because it's like, music is in our blood, you know what I mean? And now that I know that you're really born in Chicago, it's like I could hear a little bit more of like the Midwest influence, but with like an updated Atlanta sound. And like your music is really true to the soil of Atlanta. Like you really sound in your content and your lyrics like you represent Atlanta properly, like you doing the soil proud, you know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
And for people that haven't heard you and been tapped in like me, like how would you describe your music and your art?
I would say versatile, different. Like it's not too many people that I just sound like that sound like me. That's all I would say is versatile, different than what you heard.
So like what would you say separates you from other artists coming out of Atlanta? I know Atlanta's like the land of rap and hip hop. So like what separates you from everybody else that's coming out?
Well, it's like substance. Like a lot of my music got substance. Like it relates to a lot of people. It's not just about one thing. It's about plenty things. Heartbreak, getting money, traveling. Like my music about a lot of stuff. My daughter. So it relates. A lot of people it relates when they come in. That song got me through this. That song got me through that. When I listen to other artists, it's more like one thing is guns, shooting people, but it's goddamn bitches and throwing money. So I think my music got a little substance. So I talk about that stuff too, but like I just feel like I got a little more substance.
Yeah, we've made a point the last couple of years at our website to kind of shy away from music that's like more violent than anything. And it's like your music, like even going back to some of the earlier stuff that I could find on YouTube, it seems like you always have fun doing it. Like you have some serious subject matter, but your music is definitely for the turn up.
That's really like I want to say motto, but like that's like my thing. Like just making sure I have fun while I'm doing it. Like I ain't having fun and I won't do it.
Yeah, especially in your videos, like you could really tell that you love what you're doing. And it's like you kind of like, I wouldn't say look happy, but you like look like proud to be doing what you're doing more than anything. And we respect that for sure, for sure.
I came a long way.
And especially this past year, like you've been really had your foot on the gas. What like keeps you motivated as you go through like the process?
I guess just being shined upon, like just not getting the credit I deserve. Like you know what I'm saying? So like just trying to get there faster, just motivate myself.
Yeah, I feel that. And sometimes it's stuff like this. Like I'm definitely like really respect that you're doing this interview, because it's like this will give people like really like an insight, you know what I mean, into like your life and your music. Atlanta's tough. Like I'm there about once a month, and I know the grind is crazy there. But for you, in seeing some success, actually a lot of success this past year, what was like the biggest hurdles that you've had to jump through so far to get to where you are?
It's a lot of ups and downs with music. Like you go through hurdles every day. If you're dedicated like 100%, like I am, you gonna go through stuff every day.
Mm.
With anything really, like anything you know, like you're gonna go through stuff. So it's gonna be hurdle after hurdle. But just like, can you keep up? Like if you're gonna keep jumping hurdles, so you're gonna keep up. Like
Yeah, and it's crazy in the social media era that we in. It's like people. It's not like what have you done for me lately. It's like what have you done for me today. And
right.
I've been noticing, like especially recently, you've been stepping it up on social media, and your following is growing like crazy. People that like, let's say that they go to your YouTube right now. Like, what's the first song you would want them to tap into?
Backstroke.
So the new pup. That's a solid joint right there. Like I see that taking off already. I want to maybe take it back though, like to some of your earlier music, and talk about kind of the heavy grind you've been on the last couple of years. The first video of yours I ever saw was Smurf. And that joint kind of like backstroking is like, it's fun. It's turn up music. Like you're talking about some real subject matter, but it's for the function. You know what I mean? Maybe you could talk about like that song and that video and kicking off your style that you have been developing.
Well, Smurf, I was kind of trying to find myself. I was just really rapping, just going to the studio, making songs, just wanted to do videos, get music out there. Like I ain't really had no real identity yet. I was just trying to put a stamp on myself, you know. But like now that I got an identity and like I can open up a little bit, I found more of myself.
And
it was lit though. It was lit then though. It was lit. It was new to everybody. It was lit for sure.
But you got like a smooth side too, like on the song and video for Bad. That's almost like straight R&B right there. And you got some other joints that's more on the R&B side. Like how do you balance, like when you're in the studio, like which direction to go in?
It be depending on the vibe sometimes. Sometimes it depends on the vibe, and then I like to write, so I've been set the vibe before I got to the studio, and I know what kind of vibe I want to go on. You know what I'm saying? So, but I really want to go in that lane though, like more R&B and more singing and melodic type lane.
Now, do you write always to the beat, or do you like write songs and then try to find a beat to fit what you wrote?
Yeah, I write down lyrics throughout the day. Like I just jot stuff down, you know. Then I listen to a beat and write. I do all kind of shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like I'm a wizard with music.
Yeah, you know what joint I really like, I wanted to talk about is Testimony. I mean, that's like not a video, that's a movie right there. Like you like kind of set the whole scene for what the song is about. Maybe you can talk about the making of that video a little bit, because that to me stands out of almost everything you have. That's a solid joint.
That video, like crazy thing, I was 2 hours late. I was at court. I had a court day. I was 2 hours late from court. So I pulled up to the video shoot. I only had like 30 minutes, 45 minutes left to shoot. And I just kept on my court outfit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't let it discourage me and nothing.
Yeah.
Everybody was ready to go. So I really walked right in on the live tape. So it was kind of like, I used those 45 minutes to the best of my advantage, and that was what y'all got.
Yeah, and your videos is like, they got definitely like high quality. Like it's like the directors that you've been working with and the camera people, it's like you really seem to have put like a solid team together. How does that work for you? Like, do you reach out to these directors? Do they sometimes reach out to you? What's that process like?
Yeah, I reach out to them. My team helped me reach out to them. I work with like Nightlife. Nightlife, they kind of like already in the family. So like we work constantly. We gonna keep working. Team Income, they in the family, and also Josh Goody. Like, so I work with like 3 or 4 directors hand in hand, like personal directors, home team, you know. And I try to reach out to other directors. Other directors reach out to me too as well. But I'm so comfortable with my directors. It's like,
and your music is visual. It's like I could see a video for every song you have. let's maybe talk about the Broken Dreams project. I guess that was like your first like solid full
And
project. Like, what was the inspiration behind calling it Broken Dreams? And maybe you could talk about your favorite song on that project.
the inspiration behind Broken Dreams was I had like like my uncle, like it was his dream to make it like this big rap song. I just you know, go to studio with him. Like I had a lot of friends. Like my best friend was a rapper. And he passed, but he was a rapper. And he wanted, like they all had broken dreams. They had aspirations. And, like people that wanted to be in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to call it Broken Dreams for people that didn't make it.
And then like coming off of Broken Dreams, it's like you didn't even sleep. Like you came right back at him with a story never told, like back to back. Like, what was that like starting to get an album that's popping and then all of a sudden hit him with another one? Like what made you decide to drop two projects so quick?
Just trying to get. I got so much music, bro. I probably got about. I make like 8 to 12 songs a session, like, or at least about 8 to 12 songs a session, like just knowing because I probably already wrote 6 of them. Then I go in there listen to beating over new beats and then, you know what I'm saying. So I do a lot of songs and then my ear get drowned out. So I have 4 or 5 thousand songs in my archive. And
Yeah.
I be just trying to get projects out and trying to get music out for my fans because my fans run through projects like they'll get a project and then 3 weeks later they like we need new music, we need new
Yeah.
music.
Yeah.
You know what
Story
I'm saying?
never told. I guess there's no features on there. What
There's no,
what was behind the decision to just go with that project totally dolo?
it was just being in the studio making music by myself and then just
Mm.
I just didn't really feel the need and I carry myself, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But like I want to work with new artists like coming up now that I got a name and I got my foot in, I want to work with new artists and reach out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm with that.
That's dope. I want to talk about two songs from around those projects. Is first Heaven Sent and then Apple Pie. It seems like on those two joints, like you really, like you said, found your sound, found the style, and it's like a mix of like solid hooks, but then also really solid raps. It's like I wouldn't call you like a rapper or a singer, like you an artist. Like you're putting these songs together in an updated way. Especially Apple Pie. Like, that's a really special record. Maybe you could talk about the making of that record and that video for a second.
Apple Pie was kind of like it was kind of like a spur of the moment. I heard the beat and then I went in there and did the song in 15 minutes. It was just like everything I was thinking of, everything that was on my mind. Of course, my daughter and stuff like that. So like I had bended the song. The song was originally supposed to be on Broken Dream, but the
Mm.
beat had like some discrepancy with the beat. So I had to sample something. So they had to take it down off the album, and I ended up getting it handled and we put it on Story Never Told.
Mm.
It was the video. It was fun shooting it. My baby
Yeah.
with me, you know.
I like the joint No Such Thing a lot. That's definitely a fire record. But for
That's
for
actually
our
my favorite.
for our website and our audience, it was really In the Spot is like what took off. Like, what do you think it was about In the Spot and linking up with 4L Quan that just made that, like, what made that so special? Like, I know it's a
The
good
youth,
vibe,
like
but for you.
I think it's the youth, like the kids, like
Mm.
the younger generation. Just you know what I'm saying. Just seeing. I don't know. I guess that's what I thought it was. I think it was just the younger generation and the puppet and cousin Feeder. You know what I'm saying? And then Quan carried himself. It was hard. It was hard.
Yeah, I mean, it's I think people have like an image of what music in Atlanta sounds like, but for those of us that's there now, like it's changing. And that song is like the new Atlanta sound. It's like it's that
Sure.
I see why the youngins probably jump on that record because that's like even the beat, it's not like your typical like Atlanta beat. Like that's some new energy right there.
It's a very new energy. We got a lot of that coming too. I got to go get Christo too. Christo, he hard too coming up. I got a lot of younger ones
Yeah, I'm
going
trying to
crazy.
tap in. And then Backstroke, the new video, is like that's almost like to me like a return to like the Smurf John. It's just like a fun turn up
Yeah,
record. Like I could see the DJs grabbing that record and going crazy in the next couple of weeks.
I can see the DJs too. I can see the summer. I can see the summer. I can see the remix. I can see a lot.
And so maybe talk about Cousin Feeder for a second. What's the origins of Cousin Feeder? Like, where did that bull come from?
And the old, it was an old cartoon called Cousin Skeeter,
Mm.
and it had with Bill Bellamy, and it was just the thing was just cool to me, and I felt like it was fun, and it would bring back fun to the whole theme, and then Cousin Feeder, so I was just like, I ran with it, and a couple more people ran with it after me. Like, I don't want to speak on that, but I just felt like it would bring fun back to instead of just everybody so angry all the time.
Yeah, it's definitely like in the videos, it just adds like a whole nother thing. It's just like a whole other character. Maybe talk about, I mean, you've done so much, like especially in the past year and a half, but like maybe you could tell the people like what's been like your favorite experience so far? Like out of everything you've done, what's like one thing that really sticks out for you?
I would say tour. When I went on tour, I went on tour with Savage and Nuda. It was just like that was when I knew like it was real and it could happen for me, not only them but for me too. You know what I'm saying? Like it was right there in my face, and it was just the whole experience was just unimaginable. So it was tour for me, but like I'm pretty sure it's gonna be more in the future.
Yeah, I love tour. I love touring and getting around the country. What was your favorite place that you performed at?
LA.
Yeah, LA is lit, no doubt. Is there anywhere you haven't been that you're looking forward to getting to tour at sometime soon?
I never been out to country, so hopefully soon.
Mm,
Hopefully soon I do that.
yeah, they gonna mess with the music overseas. Like I see that coming. Like you know what I
Yeah.
mean? You're gonna be doing videos with the foreigners in the foreign lands soon. I'm ready for that.
Hey, I'm ready for it too. Maybe you can
So
take one trip out there with me.
so is there any other like artists that you like kind of like now that you got 2 feet in the game? Is there any artists or producers that you like really want to work with?
I wouldn't work with anybody. Like I wouldn't work with a lot of people. I like Metro. Of course he home team, but Metro
Yeah,
here,
Metro the GOAT of this new generation. There's no doubt about it.
sure, man.
Y'all gonna make some fire. I see that coming, no doubt. Like so what's next? We coming out of this pandemic, man. Things are starting to get back to normal. What's next for you?
Next is Cousin Peter album. The Cousin Peter album got me started. Video dropping. We got the merch dropping. It's about to be lit for the summer. I'm trying to load up as much as I can, get as much videos done I can in my chamber. So I got a lot of music dropping. And, hopefully they stay tuned.
That's what's up. And then like beyond, let's say the next 6 months to a year, like where do you see yourself a little bit in the future? Like where do you see this music taking you like 3 to 5 years from now?
3 to 5 years. Um, Hopefully to goddamn $2 to $3 million. Yeah.
Hey, yeah. From your mouth to
Me,
God's ears, my guy.
I'm telling you, man. Sure.
Sorry, we just gonna reel it in a little bit and try to wrap it up. So yeah, man, Atlanta, it's like I know it's like a lot of artists on the come up, man. It's almost like every couple of weeks I hear a new artist. For somebody that's been kind of graduated in the game, do you have any advice you could give to some of the young artists?
Spend all your money on online marketing.
And online, like where do you see your biggest like fan base for the people that like want to follow you? Like where should they check you out?
YouTube, because like I be dropping a lot of stuff on YouTube. But I would say Instagram. That's the main platform. That's the main platform I post on there. So Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and pretty much Apple Music, Spotify. Sure.
Okay. We looking for big things for you, man, in the future, man. Like many blessings coming your way. You put in the work. Do you have any like last words or any shout outs before we wrap up?
Yeah, I appreciate y'all for having me, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a blessing.
No doubt. We're gonna be at Stankonia Studios on June 2nd. I'll send you the flyer, man. Maybe we can link up, rap in person.
Send me the flyer. I pull up.
All right, that's what it is, man. All right, man. Many blessings to you and success on the new video and what's to come, man. From everybody at HipHopSince1987.com, man. We really looking forward to seeing you shine bright in the future, my guy.
Appreciate that, bro.
All right, so yeah, man, thank you for doing this. And maybe just one more time, just tell the people where they can follow you.
Follow me at 2FeetBino on Instagram, on YouTube, 2FeetBino, everything else 2Feet.
All right,
Yeah.
well, we out, man. Thank you so much for doing this.